Hello, do you notice anything different about me? I'm 26. I just turned 26 yesterday, so say happy birthday to me or don't, I don't care. Today I'm repainting one of my old digital paintings / it was a YouTube video. I'm not really sure if it's on my channel anymore. I want to talk about the process of doing this repainting, and spoiler alert, I hate it. I can't remember when the first painting was painted. I think I must have been 17. It was either late 2015 or 2016. I remember painting this and trying to be a little bit more experimental with doing a full body shot, doing a little bit more of a background because I don't ever really add backgrounds to my portraits. I guess if you consider my painting today in the same light as that painting, aka an experiment on adding a background in a different way, it's not a fail. But if you're talking about if I repainted this and I'm super proud of the end result, it was a fail. There are several things that I did not follow as best practices that led to this painting being a little bit more frustrating to paint than I had intended. First off, one, I changed the composition from what I generally do. I wanted the composition to have the portrait in the bottom 2/3 and for her head to be right in the center of the painting. I don't know if that was very effective. And the second thing that I did wrong right off the rip was not working on my sketch long enough. In my book on digital painting that's coming out in February, you can pre-order it and also get a free trial to Clip Studio Paint Debut if you send me a receipt that confirms your pre-order. I'll have more info down below, but you can buy my book, I Learned About Digital Painting, and also get a free trial to Clip Studio Paint. I talk about having a really good, solid sketch that you're proud of as your base for your painting. If you don't like the sketch as a standalone piece, you're probably not going to like the end result. Spoiler alert, I didn't work on this sketch very much and didn't really like it as a standalone piece, and I am not pleased with the end result. I used a color palette from the original painting, and I don't think that those are colors I would choose today. I do enjoy the sort of pinks and greens. That's really pretty. I don't like that reddish, purplish brown that I did for the corset and the dress. I wouldn't choose those colors today. I know that in the original painting I wanted those to be brown, and then I added some color grading to the final painting which made them a little bit more reddish, so I should have probably just used colors that I would use today for this painting, but I just color picked from the original painting to try to have it be a little bit more similar. It didn't work very well, and I did a lot of curves, color correcting in this painting to make the colors a little bit more similar to what I would use now. I think that's a second way that I really didn't set myself up for success. Now, you'll see the background come to life sort of towards the end, and honestly, I do like the background. I think the composition could have been better, but I think the brush strokes and the colors and the effects that I have for the background are actually really cool. Those I think are the most interesting parts of this painting, but I don't really like the portrait. I think another reason was this is something that I've been thinking about recently. I've been looking at some of my previous art and noticing how anatomically incorrect it is in a stylized way. Like my painting from when I was 17, the one I'm repainting, it's anatomically incorrect, but I don't think it necessarily looks bad. I've just been getting caught up in my head about being a little bit more realistic with my paintings, especially painting them from my imagination. And honestly, I think I went a little too realistic with the proportions. I think the head's actually a little bit just too small for the painting, and the hands might be a little bit too big. Just looking at the painting, I think the fact that I actually gave her realistic proportions looks, I don't know, unappealing. Is that the right word? At the end of the day, I wish it was a little bit more stylized. I think I did a nice job on the face, and I do really enjoy, especially like where her trap and collarbone, where the light shines at the end. I think that looks really nice. The overall color of the skin ended up really nice. The skin looks shadowed as if there's backlighting behind her. If I'm squinting, it's because I have two huge windows right here, and as the position of the earth rotates in winter, the sun is directly in my eyes. I have curtains, but like it's so bright. Just something about the painting looks boring to me. Probably the biggest element that I don't enjoy in this painting is the composition. The fact that her head's smack dab in the middle, like what is that about? I'm so curious to hear what you think. I know every time I do a redraw video, so many people are like, I prefer the first one, and honestly, in this case, I see where you're coming from if you think that. Let's just talk about how elite the combo of pink and green is. It will never not work perfectly. I like the general shape of the hyacinths behind her and how they kind of melt into the distance and how the grass becomes trees behind her. I like all of my brush effects there, so I think that's actually super successful. I also didn't use any reference when painting these hands, which probably was a mistake. I think they look a little bit uncanny. This is me being hard on myself. You might not agree with anything that I'm saying, but this is the kind of painting that if I didn't have to upload 2 times a week, you would never see because I don't like it. But I like it when artists show the work that they think was bad. I like to see what they think is a mistake. Showing you paintings like this is also good for my OCD to not hold myself up to the standard that everything I create has to be amazing, magical, groundbreaking every single time. If you watched my last video on my OCD and you left a nice comment, thank you. I really appreciate it. I had some really lovely DMs, especially from some fellow artists that are my mutuals and that I've known for a long time, that said that they also struggle with OCD or similar sort of mental illness or sort of the trauma that I experienced when I was younger. So it's not nice to hear that anybody else is also struggling, but it's cool to hear that other people that you think just have it perfectly also have the same struggles. Other people can be super successful while having the exact same struggles. If you sent me a nice DM or a nice comment, thank you. I appreciate it. It was a little bit difficult to talk about, but I kind of disassociated in the video because every single time I've tried to record that video, I've cried and I don't want to cry on camera. I'm gonna tell you now, I desperately need digital painting ideas. I've been struggling here. I painted my raspberry fairy, which I think is my peak digital painting success. It's my favorite thing that I've ever painted, apart from the cover of my book, which is also so cute. I just can't believe I painted that. And also show you how to paint it in the book. Okay. After these 2 paintings, I peaked. I don't know how to make anything else that's nice that will ever make me feel as satisfied as those paintings did when I finished them. So if you have ideas on what I can paint, what will look cool, especially my style, let me know. I love digital painting, but I've been in a rut. I really have been in a rut. I could just paint a portrait. I always paint portraits. I just don't want to just paint a portrait, you know? I want to paint something with a story. Am I thinking about this too hard? Should I just paint portraits and love it? Should I not set a standard for myself to create something that's better than my favorite thing that I've created? Let me know your thoughts. Would you agree with the critique I gave this painting, or would you disagree? Honestly, if you don't like it, it's not going to hurt my feelings because I don't really like it. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos. I put them out Tuesdays and Thursdays. Liking my videos and subscribing means a lot to me and helps my channel out greatly. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you on Thursday. Bye.